CO2. Only you can stop your family's death soon from global scorchings, disappearing water and food, then nuclear extinction. How? Win laws for new water supply and against theft of your taxes by Murder Incorporated. My book, actually yours and humanity's, is about the thieving, warring history of corrupt government patriarchy that you must peacefully, lawfully overthrow immediately before your family and the human family all die of thirst, hunger, or nuclear holocaust. Decades and today's world news proves the emergencies, and mandates are only rescues. Ever-worsening CO2 heat-trapping drought will kill us in a tiny handful, not 100 years, unless 1 billion activists and voters force our leaders to stop stealing your taxes for their public parasite cronies. Instead, let's make them vote trillions for ocean desalinization, plus rain and floodwater collection. The only ways to refill reservoirs and water dying crops, animals, forests, and us before ever diminishing rain, except floods that we've so far failed to collect for human use, soon end most everyone's life support. Every continent continues the 24-year drought that could finish emptying most rivers and lakes before your 8-year-old can start college. Fully ignoring humanity's critical survival emergency now, every myopic, not observant, eventual reform planner theorizes 100 years of gradual emissions reversal and slowly expanding CO2 atmosphere scrubbing. Never mind the unorganized world volunteerism that clearly will never overrule but helplessly allow ever skyrocketing world atmosphere CO2. No thanks to the 17 small CO2 scrubbing units now achieving perhaps 1/1,000,000th of effective reversal. All 1,000 of every 1,000 sightless expert brains can't see thousands of now dying water bodies and, of course, farms. Only unaccredited punks like you, me, and the 5 billion today running low on municipal water sources get our immediate catastrophic reality. We must win law for vast, immediate capture of new water supplies, a perfect source right now steaming up above overheating coastal oceans, easily collected by condensation onto metal or plastic sheets, then piped ashore and everywhere inland. Never mind too expensive waste piling, filtration, and osmosis desalinization factories. We'll also have to achieve world floodwater capture crash industry, including hurricane and other flood collection, plus roof and street gutter rain storage. Every program we'll get from courts, Congress, and our enforced international treaty, all to refill reservoirs and save forests, farms, and people. If we don't, then you, me, and every egghead will drink our last $100 bottle of water while reading the latest municipal plan to ration our water faucets spittin' dust. Yeah, your leerless feeder's crazy scheme is to merely reapportion fast disappearing lakes and rivers. Well, zero divided ain't more, morons. New supply or die. I detail critical laws and industries to make oceans and floods into clean, freshwater humanity rescue. With whose trillions? The weapons companies. We wised up billions of family saviors must hammer federal lawsuits in every nation to outlaw leaders' every gift. I mean bribe dollar that makes them buy World War III with money ripped out of your Spartan budget. Then you also sue for enforcement of the world's 53-year-old treaty to abolish nuclear weapons and invasion force armies. Then we'll negotiate the Superior Pact, border defenses only. Our trillions saved poured into real-world rescues to save your ass. Hasn't God been shrieking for thousands of years? Thou shalt pound thy swords into plowshares. So make his ever disobeyed command national and international law to redirect every murdered dollar to getting the water, food, green energy, and CO2 air scrubbing everybody miserably dies without. In this treaty and your national lawsuit must be only tax-funded, candidate equal amount public, never private campaign finance to eliminate all private to corrupt politician gifts. Every cent always bribery from prosperous minorities to help only themselves by disadvantaging the majority, hopelessly begging for every Constitution's commitment to general, not special interest welfare. Every single earthling's hopes for immediate survival, then thriving of their family's generations, are dead and gone without your brief but regular campaign for emergency new government laws and actions. Now write every state and national legislator, executive, and judge. You have thousands of times more than our per-person power to help or hurt us all. Our millions of letters busting your mailrooms represent billions of terrified families refusing to lie down and die. We're standing up to live. And we are your constituents and voters. So if you can't get inspired to help save $8 billion, including your own imperiled family, then do it to save your fat, precious job, punk. Howdy. I'm Steve Race, just an old recovering drunk from Texas. I retired from nursing, but borrowed community nursing strategy to write Dying Humanity's self-care plan. The job we've all never stopped insanely, lazily delegating to leaders who, with zero direction or limits from us, twist every law and dollar to help themselves by hurting us. Instead, let's follow Thomas Jefferson's crystal clear orders to all abused citizens in our Declaration of Independence. You take over in every mass survival and well-being public crisis. The vast majority caused by corrupted, degenerated, unjust, deadly dangerous, incompetent governments. Or you and your family will suffer horribly and die early. That's right. Just put down the watching, gaming, thumb noodling remotes and dumb phones, then keyboard emails or scribble letters to every executive, legislator, and judge on earth. Abdicating self-government that citizens gotta lead used to just cause major harm and kick the can down the road. Centuries of human tragedy and slaughter ever did follow. But now, as nukes and CO2 go terminal, multiply the neglect from and back onto we citizens times a billion. Everybody's time is up, baby. A couple more years of your apathetic inaction is gonna kill us all real fast. Most astronomers believe Drake's formula. that at least 1 million planet civilizations reached our damn near identical death technology and corrupt leaders' crises. Virtually all dug up uranium and fossil fuels, burned up their rainfall, flooded 1 billion refugees towards the last water and food, then desperately, convulsively launched 10,000 H-bomb missiles. Ring a bell, Mel? Just like who, Sue? Same as us, Gus. Our dead silent radio telescopes prove that all but a very, very few flat forgot to make their family love and care good government law too. Did anybody? Yes. Likely the Earth clone orbiting Alpha Centauri. Did they send the hundreds of saucers seen over America in the 1950s after our H-bomb flashes shot to deep space? UFO and obviously alien craft reports hit 1,000 American newspapers. A number of Air Force men in missile silos said that overhead unearthly craft froze their launch controls. More flying saucers hovered over the White House, the most dangerous nuclear command center on Earth. Without a word of English, weren't the visitors' messages crystal clear? We monitor you fools because we barely averted our doom. You too must ban your uranium bombs, leader bribery, and fossil fuels to join the few survivors among the million booby-trapped, briefly advanced, life-spawning planets across this deadly, heartless universe. Human and alien species alike booming sudden technology to the stars while plunging public ethics to hell remain the universal suicidal rule. Excepting the precious few worlds who won millions more years of loving life. Just not a single one that didn't wake up, smell the coffee, and activate most citizens to their political, legal, environmental disarmament work. Aliens who stayed off of our radios and theirs, flying over our Earth by mental telepathy, were frantically mind-beaming us too. You'll have to reason out why we buzz your skies, because we don't speak or write human languages. One of you clowns better write a book and raise holy hell about finding your heaven. Not wanting us to kill ourselves or the rare nuclear galactic invader come kill them. Isn't that what the few reformed surviving ETs came to tell us?